So good evening, everyone. My name is Enian. If you're here for the first time, a very warm welcome. What we'll do is I just want to take you through quickly how the program is um, uh, organized, scheduled, so that and help you answer some questions. Um, I will use a presentation to make it easier for all of us. There we go. Okay. So yeah, today is the only day when you'll log in at 9 o'clock, right? There are no other sessions at 9 in the evening. Our sessions, will be at the dawn, right? And so what does this dawn mean? Dawn stands for discipline. So this program is designed to help you build discipline, create an awareness about and holistic wellness. So that's wellness as well. And of course, other productivity tools and principles and practices that have been established and proven around the world over centuries, right? And the N stands for no nonsense because over the many years, what we've seen is that a lot of times when we are tired, after dinner, we just tend to browse and scroll mindlessly, right? And that takes up a lot of time. We really don't want to do that. There's really nothing that we get accomplished through that. People binge watch on different OTT platforms, and suddenly you realize it's a couple of hours gone right there. And what happens next day morning? You get up later than usual. You're still probably tired, and then it doesn't really add up much for the following day as well. So the whole idea is to cut down the nonsense and build in a discipline towards helping you become more productive, get maximum out of every single day, right? Um, of course, we have you'll see a lot more people on this call. Tomorrow morning, I anticipate a little over 100 people on the every batch, of this call, and so the schedule will be 5 to 6 in the morning. Yes, it's all 7 days of the week. Yeah. So that includes Sundays as well, right? And so what to expect? What do you expect? The sessions will be on Zoom. Um, Next thing, you're not going to like what I'm saying, right? The session gets locked at 5 a.m. sharp, right? Yes, it's a 5 a.m. club. It's not a 5:05, 5:01. No, no, no. It's a 5 a.m. club, right? The sessions will be video on sessions. Of course, there's a session at the last unit is something that you can choose to have your video off. But ideally, keep your video on. We'll have some nice surprises coming your way. And of course, you will have a host, who will guide you through the various exercises of, through the session. So how can you access the program, right? In case you have any difficulty, definitely talk to a wellness coach or somebody who's invited you into this program. They'll be able to help you. You must have, signed up for the program, and in the same platform is where you will find this program, access to the program. So you will log into engage.wellnessquotient.community. In that, once you log in, go to my courses and choose that day's program. So for example, tomorrow, if you're logging in, you will, choose the day's program for 15th of December, right? There'll be a program, specific chapter specifically for 15th. So you choose that, right? That day's program. And once you click on that, you will get a link, and all you have to do is just click on that link and you will get connected to the Zoom call. How to get the best out of the Dawn program, right? There's a reason why we have it video on. One, it's a very dangerous hour, 5 a.m., right? All of us are, especially if you're in the beginning stages of, the program, we are tempted, really tempted to just go back. And especially if you're in a city like Bangalore, where the weather is really nice, chill, and you just want to just sneak in, into your bedsheet again, right? Keeping your video on will also make sure that you are focused, you're paying attention to the session that's happening, and you don't want to miss out on anything. um, you might not learn something very new every day, although there are things that you will, but it's about building habits. Habits are built by repetition, and that's your whole goal, right? Yeah, I'm not saying you'll find it comfortable, but you'll do the right things, right? That's the whole idea. Have a notepad and a pen handy. I know a lot of us have just gotten rid of the habit of a notepad and writing on a piece of paper. But what? When you write down, multiple senses are at work, and it is a direct connection to your brain. So write down, use a pen and a paper. It will really help you. Keep at least 2 glasses of water handy. This is just a health tip. Your goal should be to just finish these 2 glasses before 6 a.m. Keep a book handy if you're regular to reading, non-fictional, of course. Keep a book handy. If you're not into the habit of reading, don't worry. Reading will be part of it. Somebody will actually pick up a very, very value adding snippet from a very positive book, typically handpicked by some of the top leaders, which will help you every day, right? Go with the flow of the session, right? Don't worry about how do I do it. It's not about being perfect. Over a period of time, you will become perfect. For example, if you've learned swimming, or if you've learned cycling, did you start it perfectly? No, right? I mean, if any of you have been practicing yoga, you know that, right? I mean, the first few days, I mean, you can't even bend down and touch your toes, right? I mean, forget about toes. Some of us can't even touch our knees, so don't worry about it. So all of us start somewhere there, but over a period of time, as we keep practicing, it gets better. So your goal is just to go with the flow of the session. And of course, stay connected with your coach, ask questions, make corrections, along the way. We are absolutely open to feedback. We would love to, take feedback, get suggestions. If we can make this experience better for you, that you walk away a better person, that's all it matters for both you and us. We are on the same side of the table, right? What are the common mistakes that you can avoid? Be there for yourself, right? Don't worry about anybody else. There's going to be 100 other people. Everybody's just there for themselves. You are getting up at 5 o'clock. You're not there to impress anybody, right? Don't worry. I mean, what you're doing is just yourself. Just have the video on, but it's you and the course program. That's about it. Just forget about anybody else. Nobody's really going to watch you. Just go ahead and be yourself. Log in before 5 a.m. Why am I saying this is a common mistake? Because people log in at 5 a.m. and 5 a.m. the program gets locked, the course gets locked, right? You don't want to get missed out. 4:59 should be the when you're logging in, right? Typically, most of us log in by 4:45, right? You'll find people log in earlier than that as well, right? If you get logged out, then you don't have a chance to get logged in again. So be at a place where your network is good as well. Participate, be actively participating. Feel free to use the chat box freely. Comment. Don't be just an observer. You are not here to evaluate the program. You're not here to give a rating for the program. No. You are here because you want to get the maximum out of it. You want to be a better you at the end of 30 days. Most of the people here, you'll see, have actually signed up for a period of 3 months, 6 months, or even 1 year, right? Because this is something that you want to, have it as a habit and take it forward. So, Inian, if I don't have anything to learn, over a period of time, why should I sign up for 30 days? Can I just not come here for 2 days, 3 days, just learn a few things and go back? Yeah, you can, but how many of us actually can do it is a big question, because it's an environment that really makes a difference, right? Because if you look at it, a child goes to a school, the first day itself, probably the child has an access to, ABC. But then, what, over a period of time, is where it picks up the vocabulary and takes it forward. Same thing with yoga, same thing with, your everything, every other life skill. You want to be there, develop those habits, and be in an environment which nurtures it. Because in today's society, anything, whether it is good, or anything productive, also you'll probably have more people, ridiculing rather than supporting, right? We are, it's easy to go out and say, what, I went to a pub or a discotheque, and a lot of people will put a like for you, rather than if you, actually, so, said, I got up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and, or I'm eating a salad, or, I mean, people can easily find fault at every good thing that's, we are trying to do as well. So, this is an environment that will be priceless for you to be part of it. That's what we've, figured it out. But if there is anything that you have questions, please feel free to ask me. Any questions, you can unmute yourself, and ask us. Any questions, you can raise your hand.
What if I get up at 5 o'clock and then I feel sleepy after some time? I have this habit. I mean, I'm used to this.
Rashmi, in fact, join the club. A lot of us are like that. I do understand the first few days will be difficult, just like any other habit. But, a couple of suggestions. Have an alarm, your mobile, for example, if you're using as an alarm, at the other end of the room. Don't keep it next to you, right? Have a song that you don't like, loud enough that, it'll just, make you jump out of the bed. If you're okay with this, make sure that you, nice cold water, just splash it on your face, and come, and don't sit on your bed. Never sit in your bed and take a session. Never have your comforter or your sheets, on you. Have your, sweater on, but never do that. Have a glass of water before you sit down. You'll probably be, better off. It'll probably take you more effort to go from your seat to the bed. You should make it difficult to go back to the bed. But trust me, the sessions have been always been very engaging. We've been able to develop habits, ourselves. Sometimes, our children have been involved. They've picked up the habits. And I can tell you, you'll find 100 other people, enthusiastic people, along with you tomorrow. And I'm sure it'll be an engaging session. I would like to hear from you in a week's time from today.
Yeah, I mean, what I meant is, I usually have a habit. I can get up as early as possible. I can do all my course, and then after some time, 7 or 8 a.m. or something around like 10 a.m., I might feel sleepy.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, I got your question. So, Rashmi, see, it is, we are not never for cutting down your sleep, right? I want you to understand this. So, we also have a sleep workshop along with this, coupled with this, which you will get introduced after a month or so, right? If, that will help you, you should take it up, because, over a period, see, we are not trying to reinvent anything. These are all practices that have been there as part of our culture, as part of almost all the cultures across the world, about, hitting bed early and staying, getting up late, right? It's about being with a nature, aligned with the nature cycle. This, it will help your circadian cycle, which is, very, very important for your health as well. So that is, something that you can develop over a period of time. Trust me, I was, personally, if you can ask me, I was like you. I can get up anytime, do work, go back to sleep. I was a night bird. I could, stay up till about 2 o'clock in the night, get my work done. That's how, I used to be. I know a lot of people are like that. But then today we've realized over a period of time, in the long run, it helps us to two things. Make sure that you sleep for the required number of hours. Second, getting up early helps us get more things done in the day.
Yeah, thanks. I think the reason for joining the workshop is the same. I want to be more productive. and make use of this workshop to create myself a habit and invest this good time in the morning for studying or self-learning.
Absolutely.
So yeah, thank you very much.
Thanks for asking that question. I'm sure that was a question on a lot of people's mind as well. Thank you. Wonderful. Anybody else? Any other questions? Great. If we don't have any questions, we'll close for today. I'll see you tomorrow at 5 a.m. Like I said, see you before 5 a.m. Make sure you try logging in today and make sure you're able to see under my courses, your course for tomorrow, right? You will not be able to log in anything today, but make sure you're able to access it today. If you are having any difficulty, make sure you talk to the person who's invited you, because they've been already part of the program. They've probably really seen value out of it, and that's the only reason they've invited you. This goes only by invitation. We don't advertise, and that's our pride, right? Wonderful. It was such a pleasure having you here today, and see you tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. dawn. Good night.
Thank you, Indian. Good night.